Alrighty, guys, so we had a red day in the stock market today, and we're going to break it down in this video. Of course, we're going to break down some charts. As always, the S&P 500, which is SPY, and the NASDAQ, which is Triple Q. We're going to break those down in this video, and we're going to go over some stocks. We're going to go over some energy stocks today, Chinese electric vehicle stocks, and some other ones that I'm looking at, so sit back, relax. I got some Starbucks today, guys. It's at that point where it's lukewarm and freaking disgusting, but you know how that goes. You're still going to drink it. I'm still going to finish it, guys. So without further ado, hit that like button. Get your 15 stocks from Moo, link down below, and let's dive into the video. So S&P 500, it went down 1% on the day. We had the Russell down 0.6, NASDAQ down 0.8, and believe it or not, get this, guys, the Dow went down the most, down 1 point, almost 2% on the day, as we had the VIX go up 7%, close back over 30 points. And actually, now that I'm looking at this, the metals also went up. Gold barely went up, but it did go up about $1 on the day. And silver had a little bit more of a respectable green day. It went up 0.8%, up about 15 cents. So pretty interesting day overall in the markets today. And right off the bat, what I'm noticing on SPY, you guys can see it here probably if I zoom in, we have a double top at about 378, 380, which is not the best sign for the bulls in the short term. It's not the best sign for the bulls. Let me show you guys. We can see here clearly we failed at 378, not yesterday. Well, I guess we did yesterday, but the first time we failed at it was the day before yesterday. That was on Tuesday, right? We hit about 378. We ended up dumping yesterday morning, but then we rallied, but we failed breaking 378, 380 again, and then today we pretty much sold off all day. And you guys can see on the intraday, if I pull it up, we rallied in the morning and the pre-market, which I think is the opposite of what we did yesterday. If you guys recall, yesterday, yes, the exact opposite. We sold off in the pre-market yesterday, followed by, and really in the morning a little bit, followed by a rally for the rest of the day. And then today we sold off all day, but we rallied in the pre-market, right? So that's what we saw. We rallied to 378 in the morning. We failed again. So I guess this is actually more like a triple top. Yeah, that's kind of what this is, guys. We're seeing a bit of a triple top here on SPY. And it's not like the bulls are completely toast in the short term, but they're going to have to put up a fight, I'd say. They got to start breaking up towards at least 375, 6, and obviously retake 378, 380. But at this point, it's going to be a waiting game because we're still above the 180 SMA on the 1 day or 1 hour chart. So it's not like we're fully collapsing. But again, we're seeing that triple top and we're under the 50 SMA. So we're kind of in a pickle right now on SPY, and it's got to pick direction. Either it's going to break under 370 and start collapsing towards that recent 355 low, or we're going to see it take we're going to see it take out 380 and then start ripping towards, from at that point, probably towards 400, if I'm being completely honest with my thoughts. I mean, that's where I think this could be going, and really it all relies on that jobs report, the non-farm payroll numbers that we're going to be getting tomorrow, which if you guys haven't subscribed yet to the channel, we're going to cover that in tomorrow's video. So make sure you guys subscribe, because that's really going to determine, at least in the very, very, very short term here, what the markets are going to do. So yeah, triple top, 380, 378. It's a little bit worrisome for the bulls in the short term, I'd say. And triple Q is the same crap, guys. Same crap that I just said on for SPY. Really, you could slap it on here to triple Q. We have a head and shoulders. You could argue it's a head and shoulders, triple top, whatever you want to call it. All you got to realize is triple Q has failed 3 days in a row, pretty much between 283 to about 284.5. That little really $1 to $2 window, and it's starting to fall. It sold off all day today, throughout the day. You guys can see that here on the intraday chart, but still on the 20-day chart, like I mentioned on SPY, it is not looking like it's the end of the world yet for the bulls, but they got to put up a fight, right? We're in a pickle here on triple Q. We're kind of in a wedge. You guys can see that, right? We're above the 180 SMA, but we're under the 50 SMA. We got to pick direction. Either we're going to break 285 on the upside and start ripping towards probably 300, or we're going to see this collapse under 275, which at that point, it's going to start going to that low, in my opinion, which was hit a couple days ago at $264. So it's a waiting game, guys. Waiting game. That's really what it is at this point, and we'll see tomorrow morning how things are looking. Really, it's gonna come down to the pre-market, the jobs report, and really the first 30 minutes to an hour. We're probably going to get direction, clear direction, in my opinion, sometime in the pre-market, first 30 minutes to an hour. We shall see, guys. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, as always. And if you haven't gotten your money yet for Moomoo, use that Moomoo link down below. Get your 15 stocks and get your 12 stocks from Webull down below. And with that being said, cheers, guys. I appreciate you all watching, as always. And let's talk about some stocks. As you guys could imagine, there was some volatility in the markets today. And amidst this volatility, energy is crushing it. Energy is still doing pretty dang well, guys. Today, oil went up. Last I checked, it was up 2%. Let's see what it's up now. It's come down a little bit, but still up 1.4%. It's chilling at $89 a barrel, and it's slowly starting to break out. It's not fully breaking out yet. It's not there yet. I'm not going to BS and just sugarcoat it to you guys, or BS you guys, whatever. But it's getting there. I mean, my alert's at $90. We're above both moving averages on the 4-hour chart. We're not quite yet, again, fully breaking this trend line. But if we start taking out 90, 95, 100, especially $100 a barrel, guys, which was the high from the end of August, also beginning of August, pretty much all August. If that point starts breaking, we are going to get some serious momentum from there. Honestly, that's kind of what I'm watching for oil here. And I still haven't made that energy video. I'm going to make an energy video. I keep telling myself that. Really just about oil and kind of more my in-depth thoughts about it. We can't really go too heavy on oil and just one aftermarket video, because the video would be too long. But there's a lot going on right now, from OPEC to Biden. There's a lot going on that we could get into, and it could send the price of oil surging here. I think Buffett's been buying Occidental Petroleum. A lot of people still have, a lot of big investors still have a lot of money, and they're placing big bets on oil, energy companies. And I could see why they're doing that. I mean, a lot of these stocks look pretty good. The charts look pretty good. We're going to go over them right now. And again, oil, $90 a barrel, set your alert. $100 a barrel, set your alert. That's what I'm doing right now. I feel like we could be going up there. Maybe not tomorrow or next week, but over the next couple of weeks here, month, 2-3 months, we might be seeing a shift in the trend. We will see how it plays out, guys. So first, let's take a look at XLE, which is an energy ETF that I personally own, and I've owned it for quite some time now. Been getting the dividends, reinvesting the dividends, and I feel like this one's getting ready to erupt above the mid-80s, or at least test the mid-80s. I mean, at this point, it went up 2% on the day. We're at $82.40 right now. We're right there. We're in the mid-80s. We're about to test it. This is clearly, it's been a resistance for a couple of weeks here, and we haven't been above the mid-80s since June, so it's been 4 months at this point. So if we clear 84, 85 bucks on XLE, 90s is right around the corner. We're going to the 90s, in my opinion, guys, and this is all my opinion. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't buy, don't do anything based on what I'm saying. These are just my opinions, right? Look at Oxy today, guys. Unbelievable day, and this thing is completely breaking out. Today it went up 4%, up over 70 bucks. So it looks like Buffett kind of knows what he's doing here, right, guys? I mean, this might end up taking out the highs any day now. I mean, this stock is known for ripping 5, 10, maybe even more than that percentage points in a day. I've seen it with my own two eyes time and time again, and I'm sure you guys have as well. If you track these stocks, you've seen it, right? And today, it had a good day. Not a 10% day, but a 4% day. And it's really just extending the rally here above the moving averages. Now it looks like we took the neckline out of the head and shoulders. So the head and shoulders is out the window. So let me just clear the drawing set here. And look at this. We do have a little bit of a resistance coming up at about 70, 71, 72 bucks. That's where we failed back in May, early June. But if that point clears on Oxy, probably straight to the highs. And the highs here from a couple weeks ago were about 77 bucks, and I'm not sure what the all-time high is on the stock. Let's check that here together. And cheers, by the way, guys. Let me get some of this Luke lukewarm coffee. This nasty tasting coffee here, but we're still going to drink it. It's actually not that bad. Yeah, all-time high on Oxy's at about $117. Okay, so I'm not making that call yet that it's going to go all the way to 117. I mean, that'd be a little bit of a, quite frankly, a ballsy call to make. But if it breaks 77, or well, first of all, 72 like we said, but then it goes to 77, we break 77, there could be some serious upside, maybe towards that 90-95 level. Let me see here. Let's go back to that max chart and see what are some other levels that we could get to if I extend this. Yeah, $85. Look at this chart, guys. $85, 100, $105. You know, this is where we could be going based on this chart. So Oxy, you guys got to watch it. OXY is the ticker symbol. XOM is another one that you guys got to watch, which is Exxon Mobil. This is almost at the highs again. Unfreaking real. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to happen this fast, but it did. $85 is where the stock was just about 10 days ago. Now it's over $100 a share, and the high from a couple months ago was about $105. So by the looks of it, guys, I think this is going to take the highs out. And from that point, $105, if I pull the max chart, all-time high, look at that. All-time high was $117 back in 2008. That was my guess. 2008. We're probably going to go there. And you guys can see the high here from 2014 was also about around that level, $105, which, quite frankly, we're at 102. This could break any day now. We could break 105, and then we're going to go straight to that all-time high. So ExxonMobil, guys, I'm kind of kicking myself a little bit here. But then again, I mean, I made some good money on it. But I owned ExxonMobil. I forget exactly when it was. I mean, it's been within the past year and a half, 2 years. I owned it, and you guys know, I mean, I call all this stuff out on the channel, and I post all my real-time moves on Patreon. If you guys want to check that out, it's linked down below. Feel free to join that. It was a decent time ago. Back when Exxon, I can tell you this, it was around $50-$60. I was buying it, and I sold it, I think, in the 80s, if I remember correctly, and then obviously it ran up to $105. As that usually happens a lot of the time, guys, when you sell stocks, you can't always time the top. And in this case, again, I sold at 80, 90, wherever it was, and then it kept on going, and it pulled back recently to 85 again, and now look at it, right? It's at 100. It's probably going to go even higher. So in hindsight, I probably should have held Exxon, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day, guys, because you can't play that game, especially in investing, and if you lock in profits, you got to move forward, and I already have another energy position, which again is XLE, which already gives me exposure. So it's not like I have no exposure and I'm missing out on this move. I still have some XLE, right? So yeah, energy did pretty well today, and it looks like it could continue to do well. That's kind of the point of this part of the video, guys. And look at COP, Conoco, another one. This one is at 118 today, roughly 117, closed up 1.5%, and the high from before, before it collapsed was 120, 121, 22. And then it collapsed to about 78. Now we're right back to 120. It is crazy. Those people that really went hard on these dips, buying the dips here on these energy stocks, they're looking freaking pretty right now a couple months later. And again, I said it, Warren Buffett has been buying these. I'm not sure exactly where he's buying or when he bought them, rather, and how many shares or whatever, but he's bullish on this, and I'm not saying that you should just piggyback on Warren Buffett. That's not why I'm, talking about these stocks, guys, and buying them. I've been talking about these for 2+ years at this point, saying that I've been buying them, right? It's not about Warren Buffett, but you got to take into account what a legend is doing. That's just the bottom line. I mean, you got to look at it, and if you want to copy it, fine, you can do that. There's actually what's that called? Mimicking a poor. I forget. There was something in this book that I was reading, where you just shadow famous investors' portfolios. You just track what they're doing. I forget exactly what it's called, but anyway, that's what Buffett's doing. We're not going to get too deep into that, but energy has been crushing it. And to switch gears a little bit here, Chinese electric vehicles have not been crushing it. Today was an absolute disaster, and I couldn't really find any specific catalyst as to why these were collapsing. But Li Auto today went down 12%. This was the worst of the three that we're going to talk about. NIO went down 7-8%, and I believe they got downgraded, so maybe that triggered it. And overall, they're blaming it here. It says the stock may be under pressure amid a rotation out of riskier names due to rising yields. I mean, you could say that about any stock. Macro uncertainty, it says here. I mean, you could say that about any stock over the past couple of months, but that's what they're saying. And it seems here Mizuho, which I have no idea, maybe that's an institution in China, I really don't know. Maybe it's here in the U.S., I have no idea. But Mizuho slightly lowered its price target on the stock from $42 to $40. So a little bit of a downtick there in their price target, and the stock is down 8%. Again, the EVs in China today did not do well. Now this one's about to, it seems like it's already at a multi-month low now. It might be right at the lows from the middle of May in no time, by the looks of it, right? The way this trend is playing out. This does not look like it's bullish at all. In fact, the bears are only gaining steam. Same here with Li Auto. Li Auto, it's getting awfully close to that low from back in May. It was right around $19-20, and right now, look at it. It's at $21, guys. It's pretty much there already. It went down 12% on the day. What else? Xpeng, what the heck is that one called? Yeah, Xpeng did not do as well, or not as bad as the other two, but still, it did horribly bad today. Or not horribly bad. What am I trying to say here? It did bad, not that bad on the day, but this is what I'm trying to say. In the past couple of weeks, it's been bad, considering it just hit a fresh low. That's what I'm trying to get at here, guys, as I'm mumbling and jumbling my words. On the day, it went down 4%. And it hit a fresh low. So it's already down, 70%. Holy crap, 70%? I didn't even know that. It's down 70% in the past 100 days. And you guys can see that here on the chart. I'm not sure if you actually can read that part. But here on the right, it says 101 days down 70%. So that means pretty much every day that went by, it was going down 0.7%, like that. Boom, boom, boom. Every calendar day just kept going down and down and down. And obviously the markets are closed on the weekends, but you guys get what I mean, right? So Xpeng getting destroyed. All these Chinese EV stocks are getting destroyed, but some that are not looking that bad, we might as well now shift gears again to the last four stocks of the video. If you all are at the end or at this point of the video, you made it till the end, drop me a $sign down below in the comments. Say stuck till the end. Say something. I appreciate you guys as always, and you might as well hit that like button while you're at it if you haven't done so already. So Etsy, have you guys seen Etsy? This one looks pretty good. Etsy went up 2.5% on the day today, and lo and behold, it is breaking out. We're taking out the wedge here. We're above the moving averages, and we're taking out the highs from the middle of September, which at this point was almost a month ago. We're talking 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago. So Etsy is looking pretty dang good. This trend, or this chart rather, looks like it's going to go to 120. 120 was the high here from the middle of August, and if 120 breaks, this could rip towards the mid-hundreds. I think I've mentioned that before, but now it's really starting to set up that way. So I'm going to set my alert for Etsy at about $120 a share. Mark is at or above. Let's do that right now. If it breaks out of there, guys, watch out for that rip. 140, 45, 50. This is the type of stock that could really get fast. It just is. That's the type of stock Etsy is. So another one is DXCM. Let's pull that up. This is Dexcom, which is also looking pretty good. The stock went up 4.5% today, and it looks like it is testing the top of this ascending triangle, which 95 has been resistance for a good 2 months at this point. So if we break out of 95, ascending triangle is going to play out. We have some upside, some serious upside, probably towards $98. Well, I guess that's not serious upside, but from there, if that were to break, $110, this is where the ascending triangle could be breaking out to. So 2 subscriber requests here. And by the way, if you want me to cover any specific stock, drop them down below in the comments, guys, seriously, and I'll be more than happy to cover them in these videos. So Boeing, BA is the ticker. I think we covered this. I made a TikTok about it. I made a short about it, rather. Well, I upload on both platforms. By the way, guys, follow me on TikTok at StocksterFest. I think I made a short about it a couple of weeks ago. We got news that, I forget exactly. Crap, now it's slipping my mind. It makes me want to go pull it up and see. But overall, forget it. It doesn't matter. We made a video about it recently, and ever since then, I feel like the stock has been collapsing. It was some catalyst. Now it's slipping my mind. This is really pissing me off, guys. It's all good. But it on the day barely went up, pretty much broke even, and you can see off the lows from earlier this week, it is already up about 8%, right? Which is not that bad, but overall, what worries me a little bit about Boeing is it's still on a downtrend, right? Clearly, if I get the channel tool and draw this out, we're still at a point where we are at a lower high, right? Lower high at this point where if we have another bad red day tomorrow, let's say SPY triple Q dumps again, another 0.5%, 1%, this is extremely vulnerable to a dump under 130 and probably back towards the mid 120s, low 120s. And we have earnings coming up on the 26th, which is 3 weeks away from now. So that is a decent chunk of time away from now. But overall, it's in a vulnerable spot. I would need to see Boeing, quite honestly, break out of, let's see here, probably about 135. If that breaks, we might get a little bit more upside. And hold on a second here. Do I see an inverse head and shoulders, guys? I think I do. Let me clear the set and show you guys this. So this makes my point even more valid. So if we break 135, which would be right around, let me show you guys, right around the neckline, right? No, not the neckline. Pretty much 135 has been resistance since the end of September. So about 10 days. If we break out of there, what I'm trying to get at here is this right shoulder, boom, it might fill the gap towards that 180 SMA, maybe towards 145, 150. That is what we could be seeing in the short term on Boeing. So actually, now that I look at it, it's well within a downtrend. Keep that in mind. That is still worrisome, but it doesn't look that bad, especially if we break 135. There could be some money to be made here in Boeing between 135 again to about 150. Now, am I saying it's going to go exactly from 135 to 150? It's probably not going to do that, but if we can make something, some sort of profit within that $15 window, to me, that's a success, right? So the last one is Intel. I haven't covered Intel in a long time, I think, on the channel, guys, because it has just been getting obliterated week after week, day after day. Intel just hit $25 a share a couple of days ago, I think earlier this week, and then it rallied up to about 28. Okay, but now we're right back down to 27, and now after the bell, looks like Intel is down another 50 cents to $1. So it's down 4% after the bell. Wait a second here. We might have some kind of catalyst. What is going on? U.S. to announce new measures that will effectively halt some exports of U.S. equipment to Chinese firms making advanced NAND and DRAM memory chips, which is what Micron does. All right, so there we go. We might have to dive a little bit deeper into that. But overall, hey, China, the U.S., what's going on between them right now? There is a lot of uncertainty, which the semiconductor stocks in general, and recently I just bought NVIDIA, by the way, guys, which I bought at about $121. These have been destroyed. I mean, have you guys seen, what's the other one? Micron, Micron, or wait, I confused. I said NAND and DRAM. That's Micron. I confused that completely. But either way, Intel, Micron, these have not been doing well at all. NVIDIA, AMD, we could go on and on. So going back to Intel, to pull that up, let's see some longer-term charts before we wrap the video up. Yeah, 3-year chart looks horrible. The max chart, let's pull this up. The max chart, believe it or not, we have a clear resistance at about 73, 75 bucks. It doesn't look like we're going to get back there anytime soon, guys. I think if an Intel gets back to 75, it's got to be at least 10 years down the road, probably, by the looks of it. Or maybe not, who knows. But overall, it seems like it's trying to fight to hold this trend right here, right? You guys see what I just drew out? But if we do break, let's say 25, 20, start to bleed down to 13, I mean, that's probably not going to happen, but that would probably be the end of Intel. I don't think that's going to happen, which is why I'm thinking we got to get some sort of buying pressure here in the mid-20s. We're not getting any signs of it yet, but I'm going to be on the lookout. If we start breaking trend here to the upside on the 4-hour, this might be one worth looking at, maybe as a short-term trade, or at least That's what I'm doing, right? So with that being said, guys, if you enjoyed the video, a little bit of a longer video today, and let me know, do you guys like the 15-minute videos, 20, 25 minutes? Let me know your preference in the comments, and you might as well hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe and check out my Patreon link down below. And if you guys haven't gotten your 15 stocks for Moomoo yet, use that link as well down below. Deposit at least $100, and you could get up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. And you could also get 12 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching as always. Peace out.